Not to call some of you out, and I say this with love, but your face skin is glowing and radiant, and your body skin kind of looks like it got left behind. But today you're in luck because I am teaching you my dermatologist-approved method to get the smoothest, glowiest, healthiest skin of your life. If you're new here, hi, I'm Dr. Sam Ellis. I'm a board-certified dermatologist. I treat thousands of patients a year, and this channel is where I give you my insider tips and product recommendations. So if you want to learn how to have better skin, better hair, better nails, then give this video a like and subscribe to the channel because I know you're going to like it here. When it comes to getting glowy, radiant body skin, I think of three quite simple levers that you can pull to get there. Exfoliation to clear away dead surface skin cells, retinoids to remodel and maintain the skin's structure over time, and barrier support to hold it all together. Plus one bonus lever that I'll go over at the end of the video. And this process starts in the shower. We'll talk about shower products in a second, but first and foremost, I need you to be mindful of your shower temperature. I know a hot shower feels incredible. I am a chronically cold person, so I completely get it, but hot water disrupts your skin barrier, which not only makes it hard for your skin to hold on to hydration, it also makes your skin more prone to sensitivity and less able to tolerate some of the glow-promoting products that we want to put on it. So I really encourage limiting your steamy showers, and one of my best tips is to put a space heater in your bathroom so that you are less inclined to need that shower temperature so hot to keep you warm. So part one of our glowy skin formula is exfoliation. And the goal here is pretty simple. It's to break up those surface dead skin cells so that you can reveal healthier, more reflective skin underneath. There's also something definitely worth knowing about certain exfoliating acids, namely glycolic acid and lactic acid, which is at higher concentrations, they not only exfoliate and help hydrate the skin, they also, when used over time, can lead to thickening of the deep layers of the skin and increased skin firmness. So, depending on what you exfoliate with, you can get both immediate and long-term skin benefits with this step. And there's no single best way to exfoliate. It really comes down to your skin, your preferences, and what you'll be consistent with over time. Let's start with exfoliating options that you can use in the shower because that's just going to be more convenient or maybe even more pleasant for some of you. If you like a body scrub, the exfoliator from Necessaire is one of my absolute favorites. It comes in a fragrance-free version, but I actually really like the one with the eucalyptus scent, as long as you're not sensitive to fragrance, because it really makes you feel like you're at the spa. It combines volcanic pumice for physical exfoliation, and it has salicylic, glycolic, and lactic acid for some chemical exfoliation as well, but it's not harsh. If you have more sensitive skin or are looking for an exfoliator without any little scrubbies, or maybe you just want an exfoliation step that you can use every day in the shower without having to think about it, I am obsessed with my Prequel Cleanser Glycolic. It's the one with the navy cap. It just has 5% glycolic acid, so you get this very gentle chemical exfoliation that's just like a little nudge for your skin. You can safely use it head to toe, and it works amazing for shaving. Now, if you're exfoliating out of the shower, leave-on exfoliants are where you can go a bit deeper in the skin and not only exfoliate, but get some structural changes and improvements as well. For example, the Prequel Multi-Acid Milk Peel, which has 15% glycolic acid plus a blend of 5 other alpha hydroxy acids, does incredible things for the skin. I like to apply it right after the shower on clean, dry skin. Just like a body serum, you do not need to rinse it off, and then I follow almost immediately with a body lotion. I do this about 2 times a week, and I will note it is 15% glycolic acid, so it's a little spicy when you first apply it. But if you have dull or crepey skin, this will level you up so quickly. And I love to follow it with my Prequel Barrier Therapy Cream, which has 1% colloidal oatmeal because it's very soothing after you do like a mini body chemical peel. Another exfoliating product that is amazing is Saltaire's Crepey Body Exfoliating Milk. Not only does this product have an all-star ingredient lineup, it's 10% glycolic acid, 2% salicylic acid, 5% urea, all things that I absolutely love when it comes to the skin. It's like $22 for a massive bottle. As the product name suggests, if you have KP or keratosis pilaris, which is sort of that bumpy chicken skin that people often get on the upper arms or on the thighs and buttocks, try using this a few times a week. Also, because this has that 2% salicylic acid in it, this is going to be very friendly if you are acne prone. Now, if you want more of a traditional exfoliating body lotion, the Amlactin with 12% ammonium lactate is my go-to rec. It's affordable and it has that higher concentration of lactic acid, so you're going to get exfoliating, smoothing, and skin thickening benefits. Fair warning, it has a slightly sour smell, which some people don't notice at all, but some people will not be able to get past, but If it doesn't bother you, this is a tried and true affordable option for skin anti-aging and glowiness. So if you are exfoliating regularly, step 2 to help maintain and optimize your glowy skin is a body retinol. Many people are familiar with using retinol on the face to stimulate collagen, to decrease collagen breakdown, to help smooth and promote skin cell turnover, but not that many people are taking advantage of retinol body products. And just like retinol makes your facial skin look better, it makes your body skin look better too. The main thing you need to know if you're going to start using a body retinol is that it has the potential to be irritating, so you need to start low and slow, the same way I would instruct a patient to start incorporating retinol on their facial skin. Unlike our exfoliating step where we're going for that immediate glow, when we're using retinols, we are trying to induce structural skin change over time by stimulating collagen production. So it's okay if it takes you a while to ramp up your regular body retinol usage. I would start out by applying a body retinol 2 nights a week and slowly increase frequency as your skin tolerates it. I also want to mention we are often taught to apply moisturizers to damp skin because it helps lock in moisture better. But if you are using a retinol body lotion, I would actually apply that on dry skin because it decreases irritation potential. And just a couple quick notes, we do not want to be using retinol if we are trying to conceive or we are pregnant, and I also don't recommend applying a body retinol or an exfoliant for that matter after you shave because the skin is going to be particularly sensitive. We want our skincare not only to be effective, but enjoyable. And often I will get asked about the use of body exfoliants when pregnant or trying to conceive, and I personally am okay doing that. I'm okay with my patients doing that, but you should always check with your own healthcare professional. Luckily, a lot of brands are catching on to the fact that using a body retinol is interesting to a consumer, so we have some really good options. The Cocoa Kind Retinol Body Cream is a great entry point. It has 0.05% retinol, it is well formulated, it's a nice big tube, and it's easy to get your hands on. The Gold Bond Age Renew Retinol Body Lotion is another very affordable option and one that I often recommend because it is widely available at the drugstore. Before we move on, one thing I want to flag is this trend or hack for body retinol that's going around TikTok where people get a big jar of basic moisturizing cream and then they squeeze their tube of prescription tretinoin into it and mix it all around. In theory, that's great. You've made your own body retinoid. The problem is tretinoin and retinol and retinoids in general are quite unstable. So when you squeeze them out of the tube and combine them with a different cream that they were not formulated in, you can inactivate them. So whenever I see people recommending that trend online, I'm like, great, that's gonna work like one time when you first apply it, and then a lot of that tretinoin is no longer going to be effective. So just use a product that incorporates it properly. So if you are exfoliating regularly and using a body retinol, you are asking your skin to do a lot, which is why my third pillar of glowy skin is a good barrier supporting moisturizer. This is what ensures your skin stays healthy and resilient enough to continue to use your exfoliants and retinoids without irritation and increased sensitivity. For this step, I particularly like a body moisturizer with colloidal oatmeal because that is often what we recommend to eczema-prone patients who also struggle with their skin barrier. Of course, I love my prequel barrier therapy, and now we have barrier therapy rich for people who want something a little bit more enveloping, but also Aveeno has an incredible line of colloidal oatmeal-based moisturizers. Now, one thing some people get confused about, which I totally understand, is figuring out the proper schedule. When you are incorporating exfoliants and body retinoids and a regular body lotion, how do you do that in a way where your skin stays happy, but you also see results? If I was going to instruct a patient on how to start moving towards glowier body skin, I would start with them exfoliating with their basic barrier supporting moisturizer every single day and exfoliating 2 times a week. And I would just have them do that for a few weeks before they even think about incorporating a body retinoid, because that regimen might make them glowy enough, and we only want to be adding more products to our routine if there's more we are trying to achieve. Once someone's using their barrier supporting moisturizer every day and exfoliating a couple of times a week, I would add in your body retinol 1 to 2 nights a week. And unless we are using a very gentle exfoliant, we are not going to be exfoliating and using our body retinol on the same day. I think a glowy skin regimen that's easy to stick to and will definitely get you results is using your barrier supporting moisturizer every day, and then also exfoliating a day, retinol a day, day off. If your skin's really not sensitive, you may be able to even do more than that, where you're using your body retinol most days of the week and just taking the days off where you're exfoliating. You gotta figure out what works for your skin. So say you watched this and you're like, yes, this is great. I want my skin to look glowy and I'm gonna start working on this regimen, but I also want my skin to look glowy right now. This is what I would do. Using a body oil on top of your moisturizer is an excellent way to get an immediate glow. I am a huge fan of the Cycler Vanilla Verve body oil. It is so unctuous and luxurious, and it smells amazing, and it makes your skin look incredible. But if you're going for that glowy skin during the day and you're going to be outside and it's sunny, then you need a body oil that also has sun protection in it. And Saltaire, which is the brand I talked about earlier with their exfoliating body milk, also makes an SPF 50 body oil that is wonderful. If you prefer to go fragrance-free, Supergoop also has an SPF 50 body oil that is quite nice. So that is my system to not just get immediate results, but sustained skin glowiness. Exfoliation, retinol, barrier support, body oil. Each of these steps works on its own, but they really shine when you use them all together. Don't hate me for that pun. Tell me in the comments, are you already doing some of these steps? Will you be leveling up your routine? I'd love to know what you're doing. Give this video a like if it was helpful, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in my next one.